Hey everybody, welcome back to WoW Classic TBC and our Human Mage. We're going to be doing some stuff along the eastern coast of Stranglethorn today. Taking out the Bloodsail swashbucklers, we need to pick up some snuff. And yeah, there's some other items we need to find as well. I believe Bloodsail charts is among them. We'll get that done first, and we'll see where we want to go from there. We do have a talent point to spend that I did not spend when we leveled when we hit 45. What do we want to do? Let's keep going into Winter's Chill. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. We'll go into Winter's Chill till it's maxed out. That will make it so that Winter's Chill applies every time we hit somebody with a frost spell. It's just going to increase our chance to critically hit by 2%. Stacks up to 5 times, so on longer fights especially, we will be critting a lot more. And after that, I think we just keep going down. Increasing all of our frost damage by a base percentage is probably a really good idea. So we'll be looking at doing that next. I will probably grab Ice Barrier at some point. I mean, I understand that it's probably good. I do use Mana Shield quite a bit. It would be nice to have a shield that, beyond costing the initial mana, does not eat through more mana. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I obviously want to get Empowered Frostbolt. The Water Elemental would be nice. It's a 3-minute cooldown. It summons a Water Elemental to fight for 45 seconds. It's not like the Water Pet in retail that stays out. We need lots of snuff, so we might as well start fighting these guys back here and see what they can do. I kind of wish that if you didn't have the Green Hills of Stranglethorn quest that you would not loot the items. That would help my inventory space out a lot. Now granted, some people like to take those pages, they can sell them on the auction house for a couple silvers, so more power to you if you want to do that kind of thing. We could probably buy them on the auction house and complete the quest, but I've never completed the quest a single time in Classic, and I don't plan to start now. I did it one time back in actual vanilla, and that was more than enough for me. Here are the Bloodsail orders, and then we need to find the charts in a different location. We do have a tailoring supply vendor over here. We could take a look at and see if he has any patterns, anything special about him. Since, you know, all the enemies are dead. He has nothing, just the purple, orange, and pink dyes. We've seen him before on a different vendor. Do we have an item around here? The item is right there. We're gonna have to fight through this warlock to get to it. He hit us with a curse of weakness there. Physical damage dealt is reduced by 20%. Or by 20, rather. 20% would be a lot. That's not going to affect us at all, thankfully. And here are the Bloodsail charts. So that quest is done. Now we just need to finish the kill quest. And get all the snuff that we need. Oh man, it's the same story all over Stranglethorn. I am starting to think more and more that I do want to get out of Stranglethorn. I want to get into Feralas or Tannerus, maybe somewhere where there's going to be less people. Stranglethorn is such a big level range. There's so many people here trying to do the quest, and as you guys have seen over the last few episodes, it gets a little tedious for me to have to compete with mobs so much. I don't enjoy it as much as I probably should. Especially when we reach areas like this where, you know, I need to kill 10 guys. But there are no guys up for me to fight. It makes it hard to stay engaged. And it makes it hard for me to stay immersed when I'm like literally running back and forth hoping for quest objectives to pop up. Completely breaks my immersion in the game. Somewhere over here there might be like a bottle that we can find. I don't really know what that looks like. I think we found it one time before, but I honestly don't remember what it looks like or where it will be at. Here we go. There's a bottle, half-buried bottle. I miss my tribe and my home. I would gladly welcome the wind of the open plains or the sunset over Thunderbluff to the heat of this jungle. I can see the ocean water not far from me, but it does nothing to cool my body or my temper. It only reminds me of my imprisonment. So I thought this would give us a quest. It didn't. There's like a female Tauren who's captured over on the island. And I thought we could let her out. Then again, you know, we're not hordes, so maybe we wouldn't help her. I don't. It seems to indicate that we can get the quest, but it didn't happen when we read the notes, so I'm not sure. He disarmed us. Good for him. Well, this looks really promising, doesn't it? Yeah, no. Guys, I have to be honest. If I'm gonna spend a lot of time running right now, I want to make the run from the edge of Thousand Needles to the actual Alliance camp in Feralas. And, yeah, I kind of had a feeling I was burned out of Stranglethorn, and I should have, like, stuck with that feeling, and I should have started this episode by being out where I need to be, where I want to be for now. A couple of things that I'm going to do, since we haven't done this yet, I'm going to drop it for now to clear up space in our log. That should be fine. We haven't done this yet, I'm going to drop this as well. Hidden secrets. Okay. And I do have the flight point for the camp on the edge of Thousand Needles, so let's go over there. And I want to get out into Feralas a little bit. So we'll fly over to Thalinar, and yeah, sorry about the false start. I thought we would be able to do this, the blood cell stuff, and that it would be fine, but I really don't want to just run back and forth, tagging one mob here and one mob there. I want to see if it's going to be like that everywhere, or if it's just a Stranglethorn issue, because like I said, a lot of people quest in Stranglethorn, there's no way to avoid it. Whereas a place like Feralas, you have other places you could go at that level. You can go to Tannerus, you might be able to go into Felwood a little bit. So yeah, maybe you couldn't go into Felwood. Yeah, Felwood, let's see. 48, so no, you need to be a little bit higher to go into Felwood. But yeah, I want to check this out, see if it pans out. It's a little bit of a run to get us over to where we need to be. But yeah, we have a couple of things we can do. And then we have some stuff we can do in Tannerus as well. I'm really happy to see everybody leveling. It's great that people are playing the game. It means that they're excited about Wrath. They're probably trying to get their characters up and ready for the expansion. That's really great, but it just makes it hard, obviously. It makes it hard on everybody when we have to do these collection quests, and we could have grouped up for that kill quest. It might have been a little easier just to have a loose confederation of players together, just kind of spread out a little bit, but kind of want to go somewhere where I can really dig into enemies, where I'm not just waiting for respawns. I'm kind of tired of pacing around waiting for respawns. I don't really mind if there's other players around and we're competing. I just want there to be enough guys to fight where I'm not just listlessly running back and forth on the same stretch of beach. And that's kind of what Stranglethorn is becoming at this point. It's like little areas with a few guys that you just run back and forth and hope that you can tag an enemy before someone else quickly and then you always, like, at least me, like, I feel bad, like, I will get cutthroat and I will tag mobs as quick as I can, but I don't feel good about it. Like, we tagged a couple of swashbucklers from a guy who had fought 2 warlocks to open that camp up, and I did it in a really cutthroat way, where, like, I even tagged one, did some damage, and sheeped it. I don't feel good about that. It's just kind of what I end up having to do. And if I can be somewhere else and not have to do that, that would be better for me. And probably for you guys too, so you don't have to hear me complaining about it the whole time. I think I want the bonus damage.
Farewell.
All right, let's get into this, shall we? Now there is a road here somewhere, but I think the road leads basically right through the Horde town. I was gonna say, you know, we're probably gonna get dismounted by the first thing that attacks us, and bigger than shit. We did. Bye-bye, wolf. Okay, let's try that again. Just trying to get up to the road here. I'm sure there will be a way for us to circumvent the town. But we're gonna find out. Kind of went from one type of jungle to another, although this is more of an ancient forest than a jungle. I mean, we can see the massive boles of the trees here. That, you know, must have stood for a couple thousand years. Some of the bigger trees. Although maybe these are not trees, maybe these are like plateaus. Yeah, these might be land masses. That's a little strange, I never really noticed that before. Yeah, this is a tree here. But those are like raised plateaus with no way to get on top of them. Yeah, here we go. Here are the Horde guards. Yeah, there really isn't a great way to go about this here. We're gonna have to circle around wide. Maybe up here. Although this seems to lead right into water. Okay, we have a little bridge across. That's really neat. Clearly put there for this exact purpose. And we'll just keep following this little trail that we can see on the mini-map for a bit. And I think we can get back up over here. I'd love to get a reveal on the map. We're discovering some of these areas, but nothing is opening up on the map. This should get us back to the road, I believe. Yeah, there we go. I'd love to discover something though, because like I said, I get kind of annoyed when I can't see like entire parts of the map. Maybe if we head back towards the Horde town, we can actually discover it, and it'll open the map up in this area. Maybe, maybe not. We're basically right on top of it. Okay. There we go. That'll do. At least it's something. We can see a little bit more than we could before. So the last time I did anything in Feralas on the Alliance side was all the way back on the Human Priest, which was during Vanilla. Vanilla Classic, we'll say. And so I don't know if they changed anything. Looking at the available quest here, it doesn't look like they've added anything or really changed anything for the Alliance in this area, so I'm pretty sure this is one of those areas where there's more stuff to do on the Horde side than there is to do on the Alliance. But we'll see. We'll do what we can. And like I said, we also have Tanners to go into. Now there is a boat we can take that'll get us over to the island. We'll check for the boat, but I feel like it's probably faster to swim it if the boat is not there than it is to wait for the boat. We're not going to grab this guy's quest yet. They are higher level and I'm trying to conserve space in our quest log. Yeah, there's really no telling where the boat's at. For all we know, it just left here. We are going to swim it. I think the boat is over there docked right now. We'll see. I'm pretty sure there's no way this boat passes us and passes us again before we get over to the island. But I could be wrong, but pretty sure in this case that I'm not. Yeah, there we go. The boat is in motion. It's heading from Feathermoon Stronghold back to the dock we were just on. I think even without blink, unless you see the ship coming and it's about to get onto the dock, and I think either way it's probably just faster to swim it. Now, I do want to remember to set my Hearthstone here. That's going to be the first thing we do, along with grabbing the flight point. And then we will hunt out the quest that we want to grab. Root Theron Village is nowhere near here. Kill the Gordani Warlocks, we could take that one, level 44. Missing Courier and Ruins of Salzaru we might do first.
I am honored. May the stars guide
And we could grab some level 45 water if we want to spend a little bit of money. And let's grab the flight point. And there's a quest in here as well for 10 Yeti hides. We will grab that. It's somewhere. Apparently it's outside.
What can I do for you? See you later.
While the ruins of Feralas can be quite dangerous, they have much to tell of what has happened here. Searching through the rubble to the south a few days ago, I discovered what appears to be a normal stave. However, I just can't shake the feeling that there is something more to it. Angelus and I have been poring over our books here, but we can't find anything about it. I have a colleague in Darnassus that may be able to tell us what this is. Ah, Darnassus. Goodbye. Guys, I gotta be honest. The thought of getting us to Darnassus is, like, incredibly daunting. I don't think there's, like, any easy way to do it, is there? Is there a boat that we can take from Menethil Harbor to Darnassus? Like, legitimate question. Is there a boat that can get us somewhere? Even if it can just get us to Darkshore, because I'm gonna have to do some research on that, because I'm not gonna make that run. That's a long run. I don't really want to do it unless we have to. Although it is dangerous, Troyes and I have been investigating the ruins that cover the forest of Feralas. Lately, though, Troyes has been going on his own into the high wilderness, and I really worry about him. The Gorduni ogres have taken over that area, and they don't take kindly to anyone that enters their territory. I was hoping you might be willing to travel to the ruins to the southeast and clear out some of the ogres. Yeah, we could do that. It's going to be in this area. There are more in this area. If we have trouble finding brutes, we can find brutes up here. Because sometimes you just have trouble finding, like, specific types. Let's come down into the stronghold itself, and we'll talk to Chandris. An associate of mine, Gindro Hearthkindle, is looking for an assistance concerning the location of a courier and the parcels he was carrying. Oh, we're very rude. We just blinked. Instead of hitting F, we hit R. It has been a week or so since the courier went missing. Our own searches have proved fruitless and we're at an impasse. Unfortunately, I've had to declare the courier missing in action. If you have the time and the resources to spare, speak with Ginro. He should be here in the stronghold.
I am honored.
And it's Chandris. To our south are the ruins of Solarsal. This is an area that far predates modern times. We explored the ruins initially and found nothing of note. As such, we left it in peace. Very recently, the Hatecrest Naga have occupied these ruins in alarming numbers. At first, we considered it the precursor for an attack. Though that threat is still possible, we believe there might be something else going on. Go there, explore the ruins, and look for anything that stands out to you. And we have to go talk to this guy over this way, back in the building that we just came from. Latro sent you to find me, I presume. While I think it is a lost cause at this point, I'll take whatever assistance you can offer. I must admit, I'll be glad once I can put my mind to rest on this matter. Every day I set out into the wilds of Feralas looking for signs of Raskal. and every night I have come back with nothing to show for my work save gnoll teeth and disappointment. It's been about a week since Reskull, the courier, set out for Thalinar. He knows Feralas well. He's been with us since General Feathermoon led the expeditionary forces here. I know his plan was to take a rowboat down the coast and try to traverse across the southern Feralas to avoid the Horde camp. I couldn't find his boat, but maybe you can. It is hidden, or maybe it was sunk. Regardless, it might hold a clue as to where he is. If you want to cover something, please let me know. Alright. Okay, so let's go south first. And we'll just investigate the ruins here, and then I think we're going to eventually get a kill quest after we do that. Examining the gazebo reveals some interesting and unusual things in contrast to the surrounding ruins. First, the gazebo is clearly more recent construction than the other objects in the ruins. Second, the gazebo has a small series of glyphs engraved into the sides of it. The glyphs repeat in their pattern, but otherwise is unknown in origin and meaning. Third, the stone of the gazebo itself is warm to the touch. This certainly qualifies as standing out in the search of the ruins. With the discovery of the strange gazebo in the heart of the ruins, the time has come to return to Feathermoon Stronghold and report to General Chandris what has been discovered. What a weird way to give a quest. So yeah, run here, and run back, and then run back again. But when we run back again, we can actually fight some stuff. Your report on the gazebo is most disturbing. It would seem that even if the Naga there were not planning on an attack, their continued presence bodes ill for our push into Feralas. At any rate, here is compensation for your investigation. It would seem that Feathermoon Stronghold is in dire need of additional assistance concerning the Hatecrest Naga. I'd like to offer the task to you if you were so inclined. At this point, I'm going to direct you to my second, Latronicus. He's been keeping a close eye on the Naga forces. I'll assess the general situation here in regards to the Naga as much as I want to commit a full force to move against them. Leaving the stronghold open to direct attack from the Horde or worse seems less optimal.
Be careful.
Yes, you're right. We will go and we will kill 10 Hatecrest Naga. Oh, we need to bring him scales. The best course of action at this point is to assume that regardless of what the Naga are up to, they will eventually move to secure the island for their own. We need to take aggressive steps to counter that threat before it is too late. Bring me 10 Hatecrest scales that are in good condition. It should be obvious to you how to acquire them. Yeah, we're level 45. We know how to acquire items from enemies at this point, buddy. And yeah, let's go do that. Don't know what this little route here is mapping out. And guys, look, I see enemies we can fight for the quest. There are actual enemies up, and not just bodies, and no one's fighting us for this tag up in front of us. We can actually kill this guy, we could drink for a minute if we want to, and then we can fight this one. It's actually amazing. Yeah, I was hoping that there would not be as many people here, and yeah, this is not a zone that a lot of people visit, I don't think. What do we need? We need buffs. I like the change of scenery too. I really do like the ancient night elven forest vibe. It's very cool. Very different than other forests that we've been in up until this point. And yeah, it's a good thing that we don't have to share any of these mobs because the drop rate is about what you would expect. A bad drop rate is not terrible when you have like plenty of enemies you can fight. Especially when you have an XP buff. Hey, we got one. Alright, so we're not going to get him from down here. Let's head over to the ramp. Kind of wish they'd get away from each other a little bit. That'd be swell. Am I going to have to sheep one of them? It truly seems like I'll have to. Time to open up all of our clams. Suck out the delicious clam meat within. Scroll of Spirit, we'll use that to get it out of our inventory. Eventually, guys, the game will remember that it's supposed to be dropping items for us. And when that happens, we'll probably start getting a lot of items all at once. Hey, another player! See, then it's rare and cool to see another player when it just like happens randomly and it's not like constant. You're happy. You're like, oh look, another player. If everything were dead and there were 7 players, we'd be like, oh great, other players. Oh, that did freeze you. That's cool. Well, he hasn't hit this one yet. Gonna help him out. Nice! We are silenced for a few seconds. She's got a heal going. It's gonna help her out a lot. But not enough, unfortunately, for her. Back into the ruins we go. See, I don't mind this quest. The drop rate is really bad, but it's after Stranglethorn and the last few quests that we've had to do there, from the Troll quest to the Zanzil quest to the Singing Blue Shards quest. This is a relief. It's a relief just to always have somebody to fight that has a chance to drop the item. Yeah, none of them are throwing spears at us or throwing axes at us. They're just walking at us or casting at us, and that's what the mage excels at dealing with. And yeah, it's a joy to fight stuff on the mage. It's obviously pretty simple most of the time with just our frostbolt spam, but you know, every once in a while we get to think a little bit and have to think outside of the box if we make a mistake or pull an ad. Otherwise, it's just really relaxing to fight stuff on the mage. And yeah, I guess what I've been trying to tell myself recently is that it's okay to get annoyed at a quest, but it's not okay to like push yourself to keep doing it when you feel yourself growing increasingly annoyed. It's like, I don't have anything to prove to myself or to anybody else by sticking out a quest that has a bad drop rate with no enemies to fight. I don't have anything to prove. I try to remind myself now more and more these days that I have other places I can go, I have other things that I can do, and we don't just have to bash our heads into a wall to prove ourselves. It's absolutely not necessary. Especially in a game like this, you feel that you're annoyed at a certain area or a certain quest or things just aren't working out. It's usually better just to go somewhere else. You're gonna have a much better time if you just go somewhere else. And in the world of Warcraft, you definitely have plenty of opportunity to quest in many different places. All of those places are going to have different levels of player activity, different mob counts, and different drop rates. So yeah, if you find yourself really annoyed at a certain quest or a certain zone, go elsewhere. Because, you know, if you're getting more and more annoyed, it probably won't get worse, and it has a big chance to get better. And there we go, there's 10 out of 10. Took a little while, but it was worth it. We got a big chunk of kill experience. It was nice and relaxing for me. It was a nice cooldown from the stress of Stranglethorn. So yeah, I'm really happy that we came here. If you're here to verify the task given to you, then excellent. Yeah, we already know. Yep. The scales are more than satisfactory. Actually, I think I will send these down to Pratt for him to take a look at. Maybe he can start crafting something useful with them. As for you, I have another mission I want to send you on. But first, here is your bounty for the scales. Lord Salzaru. New scouting reports have given us a good idea on the Naga chain of command. Royalty is present among their rank and file, and they're the ones calling the shots. Specifically, we've identified one of the crueler royals as Lord Salzaru. Scouts report that he himself has uncovered an odd relic during a recent Naga excavation in a cave south of the main ruins. Put a stop to it by putting a stop to him. Okay. We might as well wrap this one up before we head across to the mainland or anything like that. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't just do this now. Pretty sure if I remember right, we're gonna have to fight into the back of a cave for this one. Hoping we drop these guys. We did not drop this guy, and that's actually kind of incredible. It's pretty far away for him to have not leashed. Pretty sure she was going to pull. I'd rather just take control of that. All on our own and not just wait for her to pull and then have to react to it. Let's do this to get our mana back before we do anything else. Okay, apparently one of these pillars counts as line of sight. That's good to know. Looks like the enemies get a little bit dense back here. We might have to sheep one of these guys. I can't really tell how close or far they are from each other. We could try to pull him. I'm kind of suspicious of this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he came on his own. That's good. Ooh, he did a little frost shock on us. That's new. Okay, and yeah, now we need to get all of our mana back, but at least we were able to deal with it. Not sure if this is a respawn or a patrol. It might be a patrol from one of these side rooms. Yeah, the side rooms are full of guys. So, there's that. I'm gonna rebuff now. This is a very deep cave. I've done this quest before, but I don't remember it being so intense. This goes a long way back, and there's a lot of guys in here. Maybe last time we came here, maybe it had been cleared by somebody. I don't see the name. Oh, there he is. He's there. He's there. I'm gonna clear a little bit more than might be strictly necessary just to be safe. I feel like these guys are spawning in as we speak. Too bad we can't stack Scrolls of Intellect with Arcane Intellect. That would be really nice and probably really overpowered for mages. Alright, how do we want to do this? I feel like we're gonna at least get 2 of them, right? Worst case scenario, we get all 3. I think if we sheep 1, if the other 2 come at us, we silence the sorceress, and then we have to go full DPS, Icy Veins on Lord Salzaru. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Okay, he didn't bring the other sorceress. That's actually perfect. He didn't get frozen either. That's not perfect. Alright, there's the mysterious relic. Let's deal with this sheep. Now the question is, are we going to be able to get out of here? Because I'd like to run right across the coast and grab the missing courier. But if we have to fight through everything, then that's not... Yeah, see? How do we want to do this? We could possibly get out, and we could possibly survive. Maybe I should fight my way through some of them. Let's fight our way through some of them, and... Oh boy, here we go. This is going to cause lots of problems for us, I can already tell. Oh dear. Yep, we're getting all the respawns now. This is not great. It's not great. Oh, I should have booked it out of here when I had the chance. Okay, okay, yeah, let's fight our way out. I'm kind of committed to it now. We've taken out 3 guys. I don't want to hearth now. I want to fight my way out of here. That being said, it's going to take a little bit of patience. Sometimes you need that respawn rate to just give you another minute. That was close. They're spawning right on top of us. And look at that, somebody was clearing their way in, which means that this stuff is all clear. That's perfect, perfect. I am glad we chose to fight our way out. That probably helps them a little bit as well to get their way in. Let's get out of here. We're going to cut right across the coast and make the swim to find the missing courier. And once we do that, we can hearth back to Feathermoon Stronghold. Are we going to get fatigued swimming out across this part? I see this part of the water here looks like it might fatigue us. That could be a problem if that's the case. Yeah, fatigue. Fatigue. Can we get out of the fatigued area? Yeah, I don't know if we can. Well, that's kind of crappy. Let's get our fatigue bar off, and we'll try to come down here a little bit further to the south. And see if we can make it from down here. I don't think there's any way that we can go around it. It's just a massive trench, right? Well, we'll see how far we get. I guess worst case scenario, we die out here? It doesn't look like there should be fatigue here, but there is. We might make it. We might make it across with the help of Blink. Let's see if we can beat our fatigue bar. World of Warcraft, the swimming simulator. Yep, where you have to deal with physical fatigue. I think we're gonna make it. It's gonna be close. There we go. Just a giant down there standing on the bottom of the ocean. No big deal. Oh, there's more of them over here. They are elites, so we're gonna want to give them a wide berth here and just kind of stay away. Over here we have water elementals, which I don't want to fight because that's going to require us to use fireball, and I don't really want to use fireball, so let's try to be sneaky here. You found what appears to be a wrecked boat. Though the slightly muddy water, you see gaping holes riddling the port side. The boat is nearly shredded down to its simple wooden frame. Whatever broke this boat most likely tried to snap it in two. Running your hand along the mud, your fingers graze the handle of a knife. It looks well cared for, and it might be safe to assume that whoever was on the boat might have lost it. Perhaps the large chunk of missing boat might have something to do with the loss. You grab the knife, remembering that Ginro Hearthkindle in Feathermoon Stronghold instructed you to return to him with any found clues. You get the feeling, however, that you are not quite alone in the water. What? Oh. And then you get jumped. And then you run away. Because it's a level 49 water elemental that you are not equipped to fight. Yeah, because, you know, we can't use our frost spells, and, you know, level 49. Alright, with that done, we are going to hearth back to the stronghold. Welcome back. I hope that you were able to uncover some clue as to Rascal's ultimate fate. Interesting. I believe that this is Rascal's knife. You say you found it at the bottom of the water along with his boat? Well, just the knife's discovery might not be enough to connect this to Rascal's disappearance. We do, however, have an unconventional option available to us to try and learn more. Have you heard of psychometry? The Stronghold's resident druid, Quintus Jonespire, has some unusual skills. One of them involves psychometry, the ability to reveal an item's history by touch. Don't ask me how he does it. Chalk it up to magic. I do not... Chalk it up to magic. I do not and choose not to understand. I do know, however, two things. One, I've seen it work, and two, the bum owes me. Sometimes, like, night elves talk a lot just like they're humans. Sometimes the night elves don't talk a lot like people who've been alive for sometimes, like, thousands of years, right? You know what I mean? You'd expect a race of, like, really long-lived individuals to just, like, seem different. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Take the knife up to Quint in his little treehouse there, and tell him for me that his Kalimdor Hold'em debt will be paid if he works his mojo on the knife. Yeah, sometimes it's weird. I guess we need to go up to the treehouse.
What brings you here? May the stars guide you.
Ginro sent you. My psychometric readings are faintly draining on the psyche, but so are my losses at Kalimdor Hold'em. They call me the king of bad beats here in the stronghold. Unlucky at cards. Lucky at mastering the secrets of nature, I guess. Anyway, of course I'll do it. This may be just the breakthrough we need to uncover Rascal's fate. If you would hand me the knife, we can get started. While psychometry isn't an exact art by any stretch of the imagination, I've used it in times past to give insight into situations that others have chalked up to lost causes. I think that using it on the knife you've uncovered will give us a glimpse into what happened to Rascal. It will only take a moment to do, but it isn't what I'd call a caster-friendly task. Bear with me on this. I need to focus my energies into the knife. By doing so, I should catch some of the stronger psychic impressions associated with it. I think I've seen enough, so very draining. Okay. I'm a little wobbly still, sorry, and I received some useful visions. Rascal takes 2 large leather backpacks from his boat and goes inland. He returns to the boat, however. I see gnoll scalps. He ran into some gnolls, woodpaw I think they're called. He's very worried, almost terrified about something. So much so that he is not paying attention to the water elementals forming behind him. The images stop there. I need to rest. Tell Jin what I've seen, he needs to know. So, I'm pretty sure dude is dead. I mean, everyone's always dead, right? We never really find anybody and they're alive and we rescue them and there's a reunion. It's usually like, hey, we found his corpse, hey, we found his belongings, some shredded clothing. Yeah, it's probably not good. Our friends the Woodpaw might have gotten Rascal in the end, but no, they didn't get him, the water elementals did. But something tells me that's not what occurred. Still, they're the best place to start looking. I wish I had clearer insight into what to do, but all I have right now is search the Woodpaw camps. I do know that gnolls will keep items they scavenge and fight over them. Maybe they ran across the backpacks Quint mentioned. I hadn't risked a head-on fight in the past searches, but with Quinn's vision on this, I say rip into them. Well, you would say that because you're not going to be the one trying to rip into them, are you? That's going to be us. Bringing down Lord Salzaru would certainly set their plans, but yes, we did that. Well played. Lord Salzaru's demise will throw the Naga into disarray for some time, if not permanently. The threat they pose is now under more of our control than it has ever been, and we have you to thank for it. Here is more bounty money from the Stronghold treasury. You've earned every copper. You and yours are welcome in Feathermoon Stronghold any time, my friend. One more thing before you depart. If you would be so kind as to deliver the relic to my wife, Vestia, I would appreciate it. She's not only a fine priestess for our community, but she is one of the most well-versed scholars you'll find anywhere. I couldn't make heads or tails of this device, even if there was a wager involved. My wife, though, if anyone can figure out what this thing is, she could. She's like literally 12 feet from us. We could have just called her over. Interesting. This came from the ruins of Sorsal, you say? Well, Latro's right that I need to look at this. At first glance, it seems non-indigenous to the ruins. Then again, this isn't of Naga design. Not something as alien as this. It is going to take some time to research this item. Once my research is done, maybe I will make use of your talents, should you be around. Here, take one of these extra items we have. Oh, sure.
Go in peace.
Alright, guys, that's level 46. That is probably going to be a good time to go back to Stormwind. We can train. We have our Hearthstone set here, so, you know, we'll be able to get back, no problem. But yeah, let's train level 46, shall we?
Need help?
It's so relieving as a mage to just be able to teleport back to a major city and be back in civilization again. Arcane Explosion rank, another rank of Mage Armor, we can use that. Fire Blast, Scorch, and that's it.
Light bless you.
Pull Fire Blast out. And yeah, guys, I'm going to take a break here for today. We are level 46. We are still going pretty steady. For our talent point, we'll pop it into Winter's Chill. That's 3 out of 5 there. And yeah, I'm happy with the progress we're making. I'm happy that we're now in Feralas. We'll probably do a few more things in Feralas, and then we're going to head over to Tannerus and start in on some things over in the desert. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again really soon. Bye now.